And after our weather lesson yesterday, you know what that means. Today's topic, we are at 2 o'clock, day 3 of AirVenture, KidVenture, and our topic today is navigation. Navigation, Navigator Fred. I have Navigator Fred with me here today. I have some of our absolutely best sponsors, really believes in education. I have Christian Holm from Sennheiser headsets.
That's me.
I have Andy Mathis from iFlight Planner. And Navigator Fred. Are you ready to talk about navigation today?
What?
Navigator Fred, are you ready to talk about navigation today?
I can't hear you. I'm wearing these Sennheiser noise reduction headsets.
Excellent, excellent. Now can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
Yes, I can.
Those Sennheiser headsets, I'll tell you, Navigator and Fred and I would not be without them. But you're going to hear more about that later. Navigator Fred. Navigation. You know, that's a lot of math. That's a lot of science, and Lulu is a lot of technology.
Yes, yes, a whole lot of
technology, engineering. Then it took a lot of engineers to make that navigation work in Lulu. I'm a bit navigation now, but that's okay. I have Fred. I have Andy from iFlight Planner, and I have Sennheiser headsets that help me through it all. Navigator Fred, I'm wondering, how might it be different in other countries navigating? Did you know about fur boundaries?
Fur boundaries? Didn't we talk about those the other day?
Fur boundaries, not as in fur. Do you remember that? Not as in fur, but as in reporting points between countries. There are fur boundaries. You must report between each country. Does America have that navigator Fred?
Yes, it does. On the northern border and the southern border, if you're coming in from Canada or Mexico. But if you're flying around the United States, you don't have to worry about those.
I'll be done. How about air traffic control?
Air traffic control all over the place. I talk on these headsets on a daily basis to make sure that I know where I'm going as far as me and my flight students as we fly around Minnesota.
Excellent. Why don't we turn over to Andy at iFlight Planner and Christian at Sennheiser. Let's have the experts talk to you what navigation means to them.
So much of what's gone into planning this route, flying all the way around the globe, is all about science, technology, engineering, and math. We use every single one of those to plan Fred and Judy's flight. And we rely on the weather. You guys talked about weather yesterday. We use the mathematical computations in that weather to produce a route so Fred and Judy can get the best fuel economy, the best altitude, so that even though it is an extremely long flight around the globe, they can do it just as quickly and safely as they can. So much of what we do is all about safety, it's all about efficiency. Math and engineering goes into that. Our developers developing the software that drives iFlight Planner is all code, it's all mathematics based. So if you're interested in the apps that you're using on your iPad or your Android device or whatever you might be using, there's all types of math and engineering that goes in behind that to drive that for Fred and Judy. And in addition to what we're doing navigationally in the air, relying on GPS signals and different radio signals that come from the ground, so much of what happens too surrounds communication. Air traffic control, and Christian can talk a little bit more about that, between not only are they relying on the engineering genius of the GPS technology, but also the reliance on support staff, two-way communication, and how important that is in the cockpit.
Right, because what you have to realize is that when you first plan a flight, it's all on the ground. It's all about preparation. It's just like doing your homework all the time. You're preparing for class. And that's what you're doing when you're planning a flight as well. You gotta sit down, you gotta look at where you're going, from where to where, and you're planning a flight. However, and this is really important, when you're in the air, a lot of things can change. Because the route that you've originally planned could not be the route that you end up actually flying. And the person or the people that help you with that is called air traffic controllers. And these people essentially guide you on your flight. But you probably ask yourself, how am I going to talk to these people when I'm in an airplane? Well, that's pretty simple. Navigator Fred was wearing a headset before, so that's exactly how you talk to air traffic control. And these air traffic controllers, they follow your airplane when you're flying on your pre-planned route, and they essentially look if there are things in the way, if there might be weather that you might be flying through, and they could change your route, and that all happens through communication. So that's why it's very, very important that you are constantly keeping your ears open and listen to what your air traffic controllers are telling you. You got anything to add to that?
No, it's exactly right. It's no different than listening to your teachers in school. You need to have the two-way communication with them so you know you're getting the right information from them and you're able to provide the correct answers back to them. It's the same way as Navigator Fred and Judy will do in the aircraft.
Homework.
Homework.
I heard
Homework.
that.
Homework.
Nobody said they had to do homework.
I turned to Navigator Fred and I said, oh, we do homework. But flight planner, Sennheiser, sure helps us with our homework. Anything else? We want to thank Christian and Sennheiser, flight planner, Andy, for everything they do that help us fly Lulu and to talk to all of you.
Thank you. We're really excited to be part of the Think Global Flight adventure. It is quite an adventure. We're looking forward to helping Fred and Judy as they launch their flight next April from South Florida. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on them and helping them in any way that we can.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks so much for watching. And keep an eye on the flight and keep an eye on Think Global Flight because it's a fantastic initiative. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, Fred.
Alrighty.
I believe that's Wheels Up today. We will see all of you at 9 Central tomorrow. And the topic